There is a switch inside your body that decides whether you burn fat or store it. Most people never find it, but apple cider vinegar flips it every single morning. And the crazy part is, it happens before you even eat your first bite. We are not talking about a trend or a random health tip someone posted online. This is real biology happening inside your liver, your hormones, and your genes. And once you understand exactly what is happening, you will never skip this habit again. Here is what nobody tells you when they hand you a bottle of apple cider vinegar. It is not just about weight loss, it's about reprogramming how your body handles energy. Every single morning, your body wakes up in a quiet, fasted state after hours of sleep. Your blood sugar is low, your metabolism is calm, and your stomach is completely empty. And that is exactly the right moment to send your body a very specific biological signal. So you pour 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar into a large glass of cold water. You stir it, you drink it, and the whole thing takes less than 60 seconds total. But inside your body, something remarkable has already begun before you even set the glass down. The moment that sharp, tangy liquid touches your tongue, your brain receives an immediate signal. Your salivary glands activate, producing more saliva to buffer the incoming acid before it travels down. Your body is already protecting your teeth and throat before the vinegar even reaches your stomach. This is not a coincidence. This is your body responding with intelligence to what you just consumed. Now the vinegar travels down your esophagus and arrives at your stomach, which has been resting all night. Your stomach senses the incoming acidity and does something most people find completely surprising and unexpected. Instead of becoming dangerously acidic, your stomach begins optimizing its acid production for better digestion ahead. For people with sluggish digestion or naturally low stomach acid, this moment is genuinely and powerfully beneficial. Your stomach lining also begins releasing digestive enzymes, the workers your body uses to break down food. Drinking apple cider vinegar in the morning is like clocking those workers in early before breakfast even arrives. So when you finally eat, your stomach is already primed, prepared, and running at full operational capacity. That heavy, bloated feeling after meals that so many people deal with often comes from this exact problem. Your digestive system was not ready, and apple cider vinegar solves that before the meal even begins. Around 5 to 15 minutes after drinking it, your blood sugar begins responding in a measurable way. The acetic acid starts interfering with the enzymes your body uses to convert carbohydrates into glucose. This slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, even before you have eaten a single thing. Research shows that acetic acid can improve insulin sensitivity by as much as 34% in individuals. That means your cells respond better to insulin, and your blood sugar stays smoother and more controlled. No dramatic spikes, no energy crashes an hour later, no desperate hunger pulling you toward bad food choices. The ride your blood sugar takes after breakfast becomes steadier, calmer, and far more manageable than before. Now let us talk about your liver, because this is where the most important part of the story happens. Your liver has been working silently all night, filtering blood, processing waste, and managing your stored energy reserves. When acetic acid from the vinegar reaches your liver, it gets converted into a compound called acetate. And this acetate does something that genuinely changes everything about how your body handles fat and energy. It activates an enzyme called AMPK, which scientists call the metabolic master switch inside the human body. When AMPK turns on, your body shifts out of fat storage mode and moves into fat burning mode. It is like flipping a switch from saving energy to actively spending the energy your body has stored. Your liver begins breaking down stored fat to use as fuel, and your cells follow that same signal. This is the real reason people report feeling more energized and mentally clear after making this a habit. It is not a placebo. It is AMPK, activated by acetate, telling your entire body to burn instead of store. And that brings us to something that surprises almost everyone when they first hear about it: hunger hormones. About 30 minutes after drinking apple cider vinegar, a real, measurable hormonal shift begins inside your body. Ghrelin, the hormone that makes you feel hungry, actually starts to decrease after you drink it consistently. Not because you tricked yourself, but because acetic acid is genuinely influencing the biology behind that hormone. At the same time, your body increases production of a peptide that sends fullness signals to your brain. You are reducing hunger hormones while increasing fullness signals, both happening at once from one simple morning habit. This is why people who do this consistently tend to eat smaller meals without consciously trying to restrict. Their body is simply sending different signals, and those different signals produce completely different behaviors around food naturally. Over time, this hormonal recalibration becomes one of the most powerful effects of this entire morning practice. Now here is something that does not get enough attention when people talk about apple cider vinegar and health. What it does for your gut microbiome is quiet, gradual, and builds into something genuinely powerful over weeks. Your gut is home to trillions of organisms that influence your digestion, your mood, and your immune system. When you drink raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother, you are feeding your gut beneficial bacteria. The acetic acid also creates an environment where good bacteria thrive and harmful bacteria struggle to survive comfortably. Think of it like making your gut uncomfortable for troublemakers while welcoming the helpful residents with open arms. Over days and weeks, people notice less bloating, better digestion, and more comfort after eating their regular meals. Your gut lining also strengthens over time, reducing the phenomenon known as leaky gut that many people experience silently. Now let us talk about what happens a few hours after you have consumed the vinegar this morning. This is where the long game really starts to pay off in ways that research has clearly confirmed. Studies show that acetic acid can increase the expression of fat-burning genes by as much as 50%. 50% more activity in the genetic machinery your body uses to access and burn your stored fat reserves. Your mitochondria, the power plants inside your cells, become more efficient at converting stored fat into usable energy. Your body starts reaching into visceral fat specifically, the dangerous fat wrapped around your internal organs and abdomen. And this effect becomes dramatically stronger if you exercise in the 2 to 4 hour window after drinking it. Fasted state plus AMPK activation plus physical movement creates a fat-burning environment that is very difficult to replicate. Your body is running at metabolic full power, burning efficiently and responding exactly the way you want it to. But here is the truth that separates people who see results from people who give up after 1 week. 1 morning of apple cider vinegar is interesting, but 30 consistent mornings of it is genuinely transformative for you. Studies tracking people over 12 weeks found significantly more weight lost compared to those who skipped this habit entirely. Both groups ate the same calories, but one group had a body that was managing energy far more efficiently. That is not willpower. That is biology working for you because you gave it the right signal every morning. Now, before you run to your kitchen and pour yourself a glass, please take these safety points seriously always. Never drink apple cider vinegar straight from the bottle. The acidity can damage your enamel and esophagus lining. Always dilute 1 to 2 tablespoons in a full large glass of water before drinking it every morning. Use a straw when possible to minimize contact with your teeth and rinse your mouth with plain water after. If you have acid reflux, stomach ulcers, or gastroparesis, please speak with your doctor before starting this habit. For most healthy people, these precautions are simple, easy, and they protect you while you enjoy the real benefits. What is truly remarkable is that everything we just talked about comes from one habit under 60 seconds long. From the moment the vinegar touches your lips, your brain, liver, hormones, gut, and genes are all responding. A chain reaction that spans hours, all triggered by something you can do before your coffee is even ready. You do not need to understand every piece of science to benefit. You just need to start doing it. Do it consistently, do it correctly, and pair it with a lifestyle that supports what your body is already doing. Apple cider vinegar is not a magic fix, but used wisely, it is one of the most accessible tools available. Your body is constantly waiting for the right signals, and every single morning you get to decide what those are.